The world's reptiles are divided into groups, and most of us know three of them: lizards, snakes, and crocodilians. But there is a fourth group. Scientists call it Rhynchocephalia, a word meaning beak-headed, and it once spread across every continent on Earth. Today, the entire order consists of a single species. One animal, one species, surviving in one country. It looks like a lizard, but it is not a lizard. It has never been a lizard. It is something older. The order Rhynchocephalia first appeared in the fossil record around 244 million years ago, during the Middle Triassic. At their peak, dozens of species roamed the continents alongside the first dinosaurs. They survived the Jurassic. They survived the Cretaceous. When the asteroid ended the age of the non-avian dinosaurs 66 million years ago, the Rhynchocephalians were already declining. Their last relatives vanished approximately 60 million years ago, and the sole survivor did so here, on islands isolated at the edge of the Pacific. The animal that remains is called the Tuatara, and it has been here, largely unchanged in form, ever since. In 2008, researchers at the Allen Wilson Center published a finding that immediately turned the scientific understanding of this animal upside down. They had been sampling ancient Tuatara DNA spanning 8,000 years to measure how fast the animal was changing at the molecular level. The result: the Tuatara has the highest rate of molecular evolution of any vertebrate ever studied. Its DNA mutates at extraordinary speed, far faster than most mammals, most birds, most other reptiles. An animal whose body plan resembles the Jurassic is changing on the inside faster than almost anything alive. Look at the top of a juvenile Tuatara's head, and you will find something no other adult vertebrate has: a visible third eye. This parietal eye has its own lens, a structure resembling a cornea, retinal cells, and a nerve connection to the brain. Within 4 to 6 months of hatching, it is permanently covered by scales and pigment, hidden for the rest of the animal's life. Scientists believe it helps calibrate the Tuatara's internal clock, detect seasonal light changes, and regulate body temperature. Examine the side of a Tuatara's head, and you will find no ear opening, no hole, no structure of any kind. Yet it detects low-frequency sounds up to 800 Hz, sensing vibration through the bones of its skull. Most reptiles become immobile below about 20 degrees Celsius. The Tuatara remains active at 6 degrees, and when cold and resting, has been recorded breathing as rarely as once per hour, with a heart rate of just 9 beats per minute. Its optimal body temperature of 16 to 21 degrees is the lowest of any living reptile. Its teeth are fused directly to its jawbone. No roots, no sockets, no mechanism for replacement. Over decades of use, they simply wear down. Very old Tuatara may eventually lose their teeth entirely and must hunt soft prey, earthworms, larvae, slugs, with smooth jawbone alone. Tuatara eggs take 11 to 16 months to hatch, the longest incubation period of any reptile on Earth. Development stalls in cold weather and resumes when temperatures rise. Sex is determined not by chromosomes, but by the temperature of the nest. A single degree of difference can shift an entire clutch from female to male. Climate models predict that some Tuatara nesting sites will be producing all-male clutches by the mid-2080s, a warming trajectory the species has never encountered in its 60 million years of survival. For millions of years, Tuatara lived across all of mainland New Zealand. When Polynesian settlers arrived around 1250 AD, they brought the Pacific rat, the Kior. The Tuatara had evolved for tens of millions of years without a single mammalian predator and had no defense. The Kior ate their eggs, ate their juveniles, and within a few centuries the Tuatara had been eliminated from the entire mainland. Today, wild tuatara survive on 32 offshore islands managed by New Zealand's Department of Conservation, all kept predator-free. There is one mainland exception, Zealandia, a fenced wildlife sanctuary in the hills of Wellington, where tuatara now live inside the city boundary. The total wild population is estimated between 60,000 and 100,000 individuals. They now occupy less than 10% of the range they held before humans arrived. At Te Onua Museum in Invercargill, a tuatara named Henry became a father in 2009. He was estimated to be around 111 years old at the time. Today, his age is somewhere between 115 and 135 years. No one knows precisely, because no records were kept when he was born. The tuatara is not a relic in the sentimental sense. It is a functional, evolving animal, faster changing on the inside than almost anything alive, carrying in its body an unbroken lineage stretching back 244 million years. Subscribe to Beautiful Zealand for more extraordinary stories about the natural world of New Zealand.